Ms. Collins says that hotel receipts and missing money can only mean one thing, that Miss Chandler is cheating on her. Today on Divorce Court. All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Collins v. Chandler.
Thank you very much. Ms. Collins, Ms. Chandler, welcome to Divorce Court. I'm glad to have all of you join me here today. Today, we're looking at a case where there's a secret that is threatening to tear this couple apart, and we're going to get to the bottom of it today. This is the case of Collins v. Chandler. Ladies, you've been together for 4 years, engaged for a year, as I understand it, and you're still living together. Although there are other children, you all don't share children. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let me get into this. Ms. Collins, why don't you start me out? Why are we here in court?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here because Robin is a liar. She's a manipulator, and I also feel like she has a secret lover. And if she does, then the engagement and everything is off.
So you came in here to get answers today?
Yes, ma'am, to get answers.
I'm going to turn to you, Ms. Chandler. What's going on?
She is super jealous, and all of that is a lie.
So you say she's making all these allegations up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then we're going to get to the bottom of it today. Why don't you take me back, Ms. Collins? How did you all meet? And what has led to us ending up in divorce court today?
Yes, ma'am. So me and Robin met on a job site. Her and her family needed somewhere to stay, so I opened up my home to her. We became friends really quickly, hanging out, you know.
When you say she and her family needed a place to stay, she had children?
Yes, ma'am.
And she did not have a place of her own?
Yes, ma'am, at the time, yes, ma'am.
And so did you offer them a place as a roommate or as a lover?
As a roommate.
Okay, and was that your understanding, Ms. Chandler, at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So when you offered Ms. Chandler a place to stay, tell me about how that came to be.
Yes, we became friends really quickly. Again, we was hanging out, and I started to catch feelings for her. I felt like she was a very beautiful woman, funny, spontaneous. We would go on, you know, friend dates and stuff like that. So this one day, I expressed my feelings to her, and to my surprise, you know, she felt the same way. Again, moving forward, I asked her to be my fiancée. I proposed to her on the beach. It was very beautiful. And that's how we met.
So, Ms. Chandler, sounds like you all found each other at a time where you were both looking to see where life was going to lead you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you agree with Ms. Collins that a friendship grew into love?
Yes, Your Honor.
So in my notes, Ms. Collins, this says this is the first time you have had an intimate relationship with a person of the same gender. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about you, Ms. Chandler?
Yes, Your Honor.
So this was a period of exploration as you found love with each other.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm happy to hear that under normal circumstances, but how did it change, Ms. Collins?
So the first thing was, like I said, we was living together, and I lost my phone in the house. So I'm like, okay, well, let me look around the house and, you know, try to find it, couldn't find it. So I went and got Robin's phone. Instantly, like, she snatched the phone out of my hand, started going all around the house, talking about I can't use her phone. So I'm like, that's very sus. Well, I can't use her phone to call my phone. So I waited until she went to sleep. Okay?
And did what lots of people do, Corey. Go through the phone.
So I noticed that she changed her password. So I'm like, okay, that's odd. I took the phone, put it to her face, and then boom, unlocked the phone. I started going through.
Y'all didn't know that you could do that, members of the jury? Oh, yes. And a lot of people take your hand and stick it on the finger so that the finger, you can do it by the finger.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So I started going through her messages, and I realized that she didn't have any. So I'm like, that was a huge red flag. So,
no text messages?
No text messages.
That means those text messages are being erased
deleted.
on purpose.
Right, yes, ma'am. So with the phone, I was able to go through her recently deletes, okay? And then, So in her recently deletes, I found like messages from an unknown number talking about some "I miss you" and "When am I gonna see you again?" So that was very puzzling to me.
Well, it's very puzzling to me. I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to come over here to Miss Chandler. What's that about? And yes, she was sneaky. It is an invasion of your privacy. She should not have done it, but she did, and she found out some stuff that she probably didn't want to find out. What's going on, Miss Chandler?
Your Honor, well, that's on her, because, you know, when you go fishing for something,
Oh God.
oh, God.
Right, but here's the thing. If there are no fish in the sea, you go home hungry, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, that is right.
But the fish
That is
were
right.
clearly in the sea. So I'm going to ask you not to deflect and to answer the questions. What were these text messages about?
Your Honor, them text messages were harmless. They were between me and a friend of mine. Very harmless, very harmless.
Talking about "I miss you" when I'm gonna see you again. That's not harmless.
It's not harmless at all.
Okay.
It's me and my friend. We've had that relationship going before you even
Well,
came to
that
take pictures.
relationship seems a little intimate. Was it intimate?
No, Your Honor. That's how me and my friend plays. It's nothing intimate
I
at
don't play
all.
like that with my friends. Very respectful.
Oh, well,
over
that's
here.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, clearly you all have a different interaction with friends.
Yes.
And the respect for each other does not seem to be mutual. It
Right.
seems to be a lot of attitude.
Yeah, I don't know why she feels like that, but it was another time, right? So I wanted to do something, you know, special for us. So I'm like, okay, let me go see what our account looking like so I can do something special. Go to the account, I seen that it was $1,500 transferred from our account to her phone, okay? So then I started asking her, so what's up with the money? Why is it missing? Oh, well, I went to go gamble. Okay, well, if you was gambling, why wasn't it cash taken out? And also, I submitted the evidence to the court as well.
I want to see what you're talking about
yeah.
so that I understand the facts of the case.
Pull that up.
So I see a $1,500 transaction that was sent. Just so we get some background. You have your own personal account, she has her own personal account, and you all have a joint account.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
So you put X amount of money in the joint account, she puts X amount of money in the joint account. What is that joint account supposed to be used for?
So we also do like promoting and events. So it's like to help us save money as well for our future because we are engaged. I thought that we planned on, you know, having a future together. So it is an account for us to both save money.
Did you have a conversation with your fiancé about the removal of $1,500 from your joint account?
No, I did not have a conversation with her about it because I didn't feel like it was a big deal to have a conversation with her about it.
I don't believe it was for a family member because why didn't you come and talk to me first? Why didn't you ask me first?
What you mean? I mean, look how you're acting.
I beg your pardon. I'm coming to you, Miss Chandler.
Yes.
What is that account supposed to be for?
That is our joint account. What she's saying is true.
So that's the account where the two of you make decisions on how that money is spent. Exactly. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you have your private account. If you want to do something with it, you can do what you want. She has her private, and then there is a family account. Community
Your Honor.
pot, I like to call it.
Yes, Your Honor.
You took this money from the community pot.
Yes, I took the money from the pot to help my family member. And she knows this.
Okay, but
And I
wait a
feel like I
minute.
shouldn't
Wait a
even have
minute.
to
Hold
explain.
up. Ms. Chandler, did you have a conversation with your fiancé about the removal of $1,500 from your joint account?
No, I did not have a conversation with her about it because I didn't feel like it was a big deal to have a conversation with her about it. And I knew that I was going to put it right back in the account.
The money was never put right back into the account, and I don't believe it was for a
Yet.
family member. I don't believe it was for a family member because why didn't you come and talk to me first? Why didn't you ask me first?
What you mean? I mean, look how you're acting.
I beg your pardon. Is that accurate as to the date?
Yes, ma'am. That was right after we got engaged.
That's a year ago.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you received the $1,500?
I have not personally received the $1,500.
Has the $1,500 been put back into the account?
Not into my account, no, ma'am.
Back to you, Miss Chandler. What happened to the money?
What happened to the money? I helped a family member out with it. I haven't received the money back from them yet, but I do trust in them that they will send it back. Just because it haven't been in the account yet, but trust and believe it will be there.
Okay, but when is it gonna happen? Because you don't need to look at her. You need to look at me.
Mm-hmm.
When is it going to be there? Because I'm going to tell you something right now. I consider that stealing. Okay? Because you didn't ask me my permission. I am supposed to be sharing in this account. I've put money in this account. $1,500 is missing. And you are not providing an explanation that is sufficient to me. So if it was my money, I would say you stole my money. When am I getting it back? That's what I would say.
Yes, Your Honor, I definitely understand that. But the fact that she's not the only person that's putting money in there, I'm putting money in there as well. So rather, it's
Where's
still
my $750 then?
It's my part.
Where's my $750 then? Because if it's a joint account, at least I own half of it. So where is the money? Why haven't you put the money back? And you need to be honest about this.
I just haven't had time to put it back in there. But
You haven't had time or you haven't had the money?
I haven't had time.
Okay? So it don't take that much time. I transferred $1,500 today. This morning, I woke up, I took my phone, I hit Zelle, and I transferred $1,500. It don't take no time. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I did all that before I brushed my teeth. So what are you talking about you didn't have time? Here's an explanation. If you wanted to get that child her money, you would have. What else has happened to make you not trust her?
I just feel like if I told her my past traumas, that she should act and move a different type of way versus giving me reasons to assume. Like, for an example, which I submitted evidence to the court as well, she left home in a rush, and she forgot that her laptop was open. So me, I'm like, okay, well,
We've already established what you did.
So
we know exactly what you did, Miss Collins.
So I said, let me see what this laptop is like. Went through her emails, and I found the hotel receipt, ma'am, that was booked for 2 days. 2 days. I asked Robin, I say, why was it a hotel receipt booked in your name? Oh, it was for a promo event. Okay, well, we're a team. We have a business together. We're a team. We have a business
I have
together.
my own personal businesses.
Why would she not tell me? Why would I not get a text
What
call?
you mean?
One
I
at a
didn't
time,
nothing.
please. One at a
Thank
time.
you. I didn't get nothing. No, nothing about this hotel.
Here's my question. Where was the hotel? In your town?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it for a date in advance or was it for a date pass?
She had it. It was for a day pass.
Okay.
I found it after the fact. I found another incriminating text messages in her phone from an unknown number saying how much, again, I miss you, I want to be with you.
If you don't have trust, you don't have a relationship.
Right.
That's my favorite slogan.
Well, I am so glad. I'm going to come to you, Miss Chandler.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about this hotel receipt.
This hotel receipt is for my promo event. I have my own personal businesses that's not regarding to her, so I didn't feel like I had the need to tell her about my own personal business. And I mean, look how she's acting now. That's why I didn't say anything about
receipt,
it.
ma'am.
I want to see the hotel receipt.
Show
and we
the
can
hotel
discuss
receipt.
it. Yes.
Yes, very much.
Okay, so check-in Sunday, August, 2 nights. Okay, 1 room. So do you know where she was on those dates?
She does be out working, promoting. So who is to say that while she's out working, she's there spending time with whoever's at the hotel?
But who's to say that she wasn't at the promo event, like she said, if in fact she would check in on a Sunday evening, and then there's an event on Monday, you have to keep it through that full day. I know that to be fact, because if you don't, you have to be out by 11 o'clock the next morning.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you have the event that day, that means you have to keep it through the next day, and then you take your little behind home that next morning. That is
Exactly,
what normally
Your Honor.
happens
Yes, Your
when
Honor.
you have to go to a
Yes,
hotel
Your
for an
Honor.
event.
It wasn't no pictures. If it was a promo event, why didn't I see no pictures? I didn't see no videos on social media. I didn't see none of that.
So you don't believe
believe
that
it.
what Ms. Chandler says was occurring was actually occurring?
Yes, ma'am.
But we don't have any evidence that proves that she did not use this hotel for a legitimate business reason. We
Yes,
just
ma'am.
have evidence that she did, in fact, have a hotel room, but she has provided her own answer for that. And I think, there's a reason why you asked for a polygraph examination.
Yes, ma'am.
And these are some of the questions that we need to get answered. What else makes you say that your suspicions lead you to believe that she's cheating? Because this sounds like a lot of suspicion, but not a whole lot of fact. And I want to make sure that we're dealing only in fact. Ms. Collins?
Yes, ma'am. So again, I went through Robin's phone, and this was the final straw. I found another incriminating text messages in her phone from an unknown number saying how much, again, I miss you, I want to be with you.
Oh, you
and
got to stop.
And this was after the hotel receipt.
Oh,
This
baby.
is after I found the hotel receipt.
And you submitted this text.
Yes, I did.
I would like to see the text.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, babe, what are you doing? Nothing, waiting on my food. What about you? Nothing much, just thinking about. Oh, is that?
Oh, for real?
Oh, for real. Thank you, because Auntie is trying to make sure she hip, but I don't know everything. Yes, when am I going to see you again? I'm missing you.
Your Honor,
Yes, I'm listening.
I don't even have that's text message. That I have an iPhone, so.
You can easily turn your iMessage off, and it will send green. Don't do that.
For what? Why
Don't do
would
that.
I need to do that?
I don't know. You are
So
a
it
liar.
just is so clear that there
And
is
you have
no
insecurities.
There's no trust
No.
in this relationship. I want to know, it's Miss Chandler's turn. Miss Chandler, what is going on? Why does your fiance not trust you? What has happened to make her not trust you?
I feel like it's past trauma, Your Honor. Like, she has insecurities, issues. She has trust issues with previous relationships and everything else, and I just honestly feel like she's bringing it into this one.
And that's a very fair assessment, because if you don't have trust, you don't have a relationship.
Right.
That's my favorite slogan.
Okay? Well, I am so glad.
find out
Because
today.
I know that you came in here, Ms. Collins, with a lot of allegations, and Ms. Chandler says it's all in your mind. And one of the ways that I'd like to at least give a couple of opportunity to get everything out in the open is to call in an expert. Will you please ask Mr. Yarbrough to join us today? Ladies, you know I did a court order polygraph examination, and Ms. Chandler, you said, let me go ahead and do it because I'm tired of this. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Yarbrough, thank you for joining us. Will you please state your professional affiliation so that our court knows exactly why you're here?
Absolutely, Your Honor. My name is John Yarbrough. I'm a certified polygraph examiner and a member of the American Polygraph Association. I have conducted hundreds of polygraphs for law enforcement and other public safety agencies, as well as private and professional polygraphs.
Thank you, Mr. Yarbrough. I find you qualified as an expert in polygraph examinations, and he has provided services for this court. So, Ms. Chandler, to your credit, you willingly submitted to a polygraph examination that was performed by Mr. Yarbrough. Mr. Yarbrough, you asked Ms. Chandler, did you share the hotel with someone you had sexual contact with?
In the lie detector test.
Is that correct? What was Ms. Chandler's answer?
Her answer was no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph indicated that there was deception noted to that case.
I told you. I told you. I lied. My gut instinct never lie.
Baby, please.
Girl, bye.
Girl, whatever.
Over with. Done.
Excuse me. Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Ms. Chandler, since dating Aimee, have you had sexual contact with anyone else?
That is correct.
What was Ms. Chandler's answer?
Her answer was no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination result was there was deception indicated.
Oh, Lord.
I have every right to feel how I feel right now. I just don't want to be with her. I can't even look at her. Engagement is
girl.
off. I'm very hurt right now.
You don't need to be hurt. You
I
need to
know.
be free.
I wasted my time.
I'm about to give you some truth, sweetheart. You were used for your place and access. And now take back your life, because your ex-fiancé is for the streets. That's my verdict.
I don't care. The lie detector test was a lie. Oh, no, I'm my behind. You got me messed up. They gonna
That's
bring
what
me
they
up
all
on here.
say,
I don't want to hear that
Okay.
crap. I don't want to hear that
It's like
either.
a liar.
Yeah, I'm not
I
no
don't know
dang
why
on
you standing
liar.
by me right now. embarrassing me.
You
Not
can
push
definitely
me.
stand away. Choose. And I will want my ring back too. I
Yeah,
want my
fuck
ring
you in
back.
that ring.
Yeah, please make sure you give it to me.
Made